What about you? What were some of your games growing up? Like some of the early games you remember putting a bunch of time into?
Oh, man. I sunk so much time in Pokemon Blue.
Okay.
Like, seriously. That was my jam.
That was the jam.
It was a solid RPG.
It was.
Duck Hunt.
And I was going to bring this up. Like the NES that I had was obviously the one that came packaged with Mario and Duck Hunt, and there's nothing unique about that. Between the two of them, like I put a ton more time into Duck Hunt.
Oh yeah.
Than I did into Mario, and I don't know why.
Did you put more time into the birds or the clay?
Oh, clay shooting.
Clay shooting.
No
I was
question
about the birds.
Yes.
Because of the fucking dog.
Because of the fucking dog. Yeah, I know. Fair enough. The goddamn dog. I always wanted to kill that. I had as much of a vendetta for the dog in Duck Hunt as I do for Claptrap in Borderlands.
I love Claptrap.
Fuck, I hate that guy.
You know what I wish they would do? And then, Nick, you can keep talking.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Duck Hunt and whatnot came out in 85, although I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. 85, 86.
I was thinking about this the other day. Since they're coming up on 30 years for like Duck Hunt shit, they should totally and they've confirmed a new a new core Mario being made.
Nice.
They should totally release a Duck Hunt new Mario package.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be epic.
Like that would be the shit.
Oh, for sure.
And I thought of that. So Nintendo, get on that. I'm
making the money. The finger thing means the taxes.
And like I don't know why there wasn't a new Duck Hunt, especially with the Wii. Not so much the Wii U, but the Wii, because the whole thing was like the remote.
It's
and it was
all
kind of like
exactly.
There was a gun thing you could connect. Like why they didn't release a Duck Hunt is beyond me.
The only thing I can think of is like maybe they wouldn't be able to do that again because they're scared of like, oh my god, PETA.
No, that's true.
I guess.
But then again, how does that fucking explain Cabela? The fact that Cabela's got a new game every 12 seconds.
Well, PETA took a shot at Mario years ago, and they made their own little game where
PETA.
It's
we know you
retarded.
care.
Then they said it was a joke. Like, yeah, that was a joke, PETA. Yeah. No, it's they realized that they fucked with Mario, and that's not cool.
No, exactly.
That's not cool at all.
You fuck with Mario, you fuck with generations of video game players.
There was a point where Mario was more popular than Mickey Mouse.
There's a point where Mario was more popular than Jesus.
Yeah,
it's true.
Every kid should play Mario at least once growing up.
100%, no question about it.
And I guess who can forget the old school Tetris?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I put a ton of time into Tetris.
Yeah.
Older brother has a Vietnamese girlfriend who doesn't really play games much, but she went to see him, and she got addicted to Tetris.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. There you go. He turned her into a gamer girl.
Yeah, pretty
Fantastic. Like I said, I was kind of the same way. I had an NES, and like I said, a ton of time into Duck Hunt. I mean, I put time into Mario too. Don't get me wrong, but I think comparing the two, it was definitely more time into Duck Hunt. I also remember playing the shit out of the Star Trek: The Next Generation game for NES, which was basically the long and the short of it was like you're an ensign who for some reason is controlling the Enterprise, which makes no sense.
Makes perfectly sense.
And Captain Picard's just like, go do this, and then you go do it, and then you become a lieutenant, and then it's like, go do this. So basically, you're just bombing around in the flagship of the fucking Federation, shooting Ferengis and shit. Like, I remember putting a ton of time into that because I could never beat the final boss. Because the final boss was a Borg cube.
Okay.
And I could never beat the Borg cube.
Yeah, Borg are
like
bitches.
As soon as you roll up on it, it's just like, blah, and it's like, well, we're all assimilated now. Fuck. Yeah, like you could never, I could never beat the Borg cube.
Well, Nintendo games were just hard in general.
Well, it's true. It doesn't. Games again. The statement is games don't mollycoddle the gamers games mollycoddle gamers now, opposed to the way that it used to be.
Yeah, well, I mean,
which was just like, fuck you, you're dead, just because I said so.
I mean, part of it was just them trying to make harder games, but part of it is just the fact that like AI wasn't as good, so it had to cheat.
Yeah.
Like years ago, I went back and played. I was playing PS1 with my ex-girlfriend, and we had Crash Bash, and she loves that game. So I was like, "Oh, I've never played it. Like, I'll play it." And it's like a mini game, Crash Bandicoot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm playing it. And I got so mad because it was cheating. Like, the computer knows what, the computer's cheating, legit. It's not smart AI, it's cheating. And she was like, what's wrong? I'm like, I tried to forget these fucking days when AI, when the computer would literally just cheat. Yeah. Like, there was no, oh, it's intelligent AI, I got outsmarted. No, they cheated. And she was like, just calm down. I'm mad.
And you were like, no, and then you smacked her.
Then I broke up with her.
Jesus. No, fuck you. We're broken up now. I'm moving the fuck back to Nova Scotia.
Fuck you telling me how to feel about video games.
I remember putting a shit ton of time into Bomberman.
Oh,
and,
fuck yeah.
Bomberman, the great thing about Bomberman was Dad liked to play it.
Oh, yeah, I remember your mom saying that. And I sat there like, what? Jack is awesome.
My dad was like a real estate agent and was never really big into like even like movies or anything like that. He had a couple that he liked, but he loved the shit out of playing Bomberman on the NES. Because I would be laying in my bed, like falling asleep, and Dad would be sitting on the foot of my bed on a TV that had to be only, 14 inches, playing the shit at a Bomberman on the NES. And I could never get to level 50. He got to level 50 every fucking time he played it. So I would watch him get to level 50 and then fall asleep. Those were great fucking memories. And Dad fucking loved Bomberman, which totally, again, blew this kid's mind.
I was like, I've always loved your parents.
Yeah.
But I was like, shit, Jack is so cool. Just kind of one thing, since you like Bomberman. Have you guys ever heard of Bombermine?
I don't
Just
think so.
look it up. I think it's Bombermine. It's a browser game where somebody made Bomberman, but made it like massively multiplayer online, and it's huge with like 1,000 people or some shit going at it.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's so cool because in this age of multiplayer games like first-person shooters and all this other shit, there's no games like Bomberman. So I always thought, man, they should put Bomberman online, and they still haven't. But this like indie developer did, and it's free, so they're not going to get sued. But you should check it out because you like Bomberman, and it's crazy.
Bombermine,
I think it's Bombermine. It was released a couple years ago, I think. I don't know. It was in beta, but it might be out of it now. I'm not sure.
Okay, right on. So that was kind of talking about some of the sort of the first games that we were sort of into. What about some of your what about some of the favorite games? Like just like not really like growing up a little bit, I guess, but like just sort of favorite games, even if they're recent. Things like that. Like, what's just some of your favorite? Not really your top five, because we're going to talk about top five of all time. That
so, like current games that I've been playing and I've been digging the shit out of.
It could be current, or it could be old, or just some games that you remember, like a favorite game at a certain time period in your life, or something like that. Basically, just pimp whatever games you want to pimp.
Since it won't make my top five when we do this, I want to show it some love. But I actually think Lollipop Chainsaw is like one of the most underrated games pretty much of all time.
Right.
Because people, and this applies to movies, I find a lot too. People have this thing where if a game or a movie has like style over substance, like that's a bad thing. Like you can't have, like they say you can't have a game or a movie that's like stylish as fuck.
Right.
And I've never liked that criticism. Because, like, you watch a guy, like the director who did, like, Drive, and, Only God Forgives and shit, and he's a stylish director. And that's his thing. He's stylish, and the entertainment and the substance is the style.
Right.
And Lollipop Chainsaw, made by the very wonderful Suda51, who I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
It's style over substance. Like, the gameplay is basically just button mashing, but I don't know when that became a bad thing. Because Dynasty Warriors is still fun.
Exactly.
And it just oozes this crazy style. Like when you use your special ability and you're charged up and you're chainsawing zombies and it's playing Hey Mickey.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking cool.
Hey Mickey. Yes.
Yeah. Like that's your song that plays while you're going crazy on these zombies. Like to me, that appeals to me. I mean, I'm a big Suda51 mark, to use a wrestling term.
Right.
Except for why I didn't like No More Heroes. but I like a lot of his other games. And so I guess Lollipop Chainsaw is one that kind of a recent, I guess, classic to me.
Lollipop Chainsaw, in case you don't know, and if you don't, what the fuck? You play as a sexy blonde 18-year-old cheerleader
who wears
with a
her
fucking chainsaw.
Wears her boyfriend's decapitated head on her belt.
Right. Well, she's just slaughtering hordes of zombies.
Yeah, she comes from a family of zombie killers. And I know I don't know how many people listen to this bullshit,
right?
But and a lot of people criticize that, but I will defend Lollipop Chainsaw to the death.
No, I thought it was a fun game. I was a little concerned. I was a little concerned about replay value, but
it doesn't have a lot. But
if
should
you
have had to do
got
two. My whole thing was Lollipop
your whole
Chainsaw.
thing was Lollipop. No, we'll let you go on that one. Nick, what about one for you?
One for me. One. God, I just don't have one. I got to knock off a couple.
Sure, fire away.
I got to rub a couple out.
We have always been okay with that.
So do I. What do you know?
Oh, jeez.
Want to do it together?
There's a bathroom over there, sir.
We don't have to do it. We can do it.
You got a
camera.
camera right there.
Ooh,
make a little money while you're
dinner
at it.
and show.
Let's spice up this relationship a little bit.
So we have D by Acclaim, which is friggin'. I love that game.
Okay.
That is something that I played. It came out during the high school days.
Okay.
I mean, just playing that in my basement, which
with no pants on.
well, you know where my dad's office used to be,
Yes.
down in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there with all the lights off, playing like a horror mystery game.
Right.
And just like it was awesome. It scared the shit out of me a number of times, even though I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's a set game.
Right.
I mean, you can change nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You can do nothing different except to go to different places differently. But the outcome is still going to be the same.
I get you.
But it still scared the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Just one quick question. Was that for PC or anything?
It came out PC and for PS.
Because I think it was on Dreamcast PS2 as well. I'm not sure though. Maybe and I wanted to play because there's a sequel, right? D2.
Yes, D2.
And I wanted to play them, but like I just bought a Dreamcast a while ago. But some of these games are too expensive.
That's how insane Tyler is. He just bought a Dreamcast.
Well, currently I have a Genesis, Dreamcast, Wii U, PS4, and a new computer hooked up.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play D, but I never got to. I wanted the D.
He totally wanted
I
the
can
D.
give it for you
He
for
wanted
PC.
both the Ds.
All right, as long as it's on
have it
PC, I can
downloaded.
get it.
Yeah.
Or you can, whatever.
You
all
need a DOS box it though.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
It's too confusing.
Wah, wah. I can teach you.
All
But
right.
the only tricky thing
I
is
can
that
teach
you
you
got
how
to
to use
switch
DOS
between
box.
a CD to another CD. DOS box is like, yeah, but you just have to hit F4.
Yeah.
Wah.
All right.
It's like, what's this shit? You're like F4. It's like, okay.
Oh, that's fine.
I can press F4.
Fine.
Where's the any key?
And then you get like Full Throttle. Full Throttle is one of my all-time.
That's right. You fucking love
Like
Full
I
Throttle.
fucking loved that game. We did like 2 episodes of
we did, like-
gameplay, and then that fucking fell off.
Yeah, we did like 2 episodes of Full Throttle. Well, it was gameplay that you had already recorded, but we were recording commentary over.
Yeah,
it
I
after the
know
fact.
that was a wrong way to go.
It
we needed to play it.
Yeah, it was a little bit, but it was also still funny because I had never played the game before, so I didn't know what was coming. So everything was still pretty genuine, but yeah, it's always if you're gonna do gameplay and commentary, you should always do the commentary while you're playing the game. Like it's
agreed.
It's never a good idea to go back over it.
And just 2 more that I gotta throw out, and these are recent. I know I'm a whore for the games.
I know, I'm the guest. Fuck you, Nick. You want to fight?
Sorry, go
Love
ahead.
you
Go
too,
ahead.
man.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, you may proceed.
Pokemon Blue.
Right.
Because I fucking love that, and I put a lot of time into it. Actually, fucking 3 I'm going to do.
All right.
Pokemon Blue.
Uh-huh.
Portal 2.
Yes.
Because
you love the Portal
I
2.
sunk, oh my god,
He just filled the cup.
God,
Exactly.
yes. Like, when I moved in with Richard for that little time in Highfield Park in Dartmouth,
Right.
I sunk a shitload of time in Portal 2. Like, I beat it in, like, 3 days, I
Nice.
think. And Grand Theft Auto.
Which one?
All of them up to including San Andreas.
San Andreas was the shit. GTA 4 sucked balls.
Yep.
And I don't know. I've actually never played 5.
I've never played 5.
No,
I
it looks
refuse
cool.
to.
It looks
Yeah,
cool. And
it
the
looks cool.
online, looks really fun.
Yeah, right on. I got a couple I got to toss out here. NHL 95. NHL 95 was my fucking jam as far as sports games go, and it was because it was the most broken NHL game that has probably ever been.
But also the most glorious.
But also the most glorious. It's true, because like the easiest way to score in that game was to just skate up towards the opposing goalie and press pass, because he could never stop it. So it was like the game was literally broken. But I fucking loved it. And F-Zero is probably still my favorite racing game of all time. And then Donkey Kong Country, like the first Donkey Kong Country that came out on SNES. I think it was SNES.
Donkey Kong.
I put a fuck ton of time into Donkey Kong Country, and then I went back again, just like last year or the year before on an SNES emulator and played the whole game through to the end. It makes me wish I had a Wii or a Wii U so I could continue. Like Tropical Freeze just came out. You gave Tropical Freeze a good review.
9.5,
Yeah,
I think I
like
gave.
you
No,
did-
or not. No,
or
probably
9.
9. Whatever. It's
But you
a great
gave that
game.
a real good review.
Yeah.
So I'm a pretty big Donkey Kong fan.
I was trying to stay recent
Right.
with my picks, but you guys.
we went old school. Yeah, we went old school.
I mean, unless are we like running out of time or anything?
No.
God,
not at all.
We can go whenever we want to. I mean, this isn't a time-based shit.
We are at somewhere between an hour 10 and an hour 15.
We
So
can
got
just
tons of
break
time.
this up.
Yep.
I mean, God, this can run 3 hours
Shoot,
for all
son.
I care.
Oh, let's do it.
Oh, shit.
When you said 95, and I thought back to like old sports games and shit for the NES, and this was my jam as a kid. There's this game called Super Dodgeball.
Yes, yeah, you fucking love
Which sounds
Super
stupid as
Dodgeball.
shit. But essentially, it's just dodgeball. But if you hold down run and then press the button at the right time, each person has like a special thing. Like you throw, one person throws it and it becomes like kind of like a football shape and goes really fast and goes through people. And this was all the game was.
Yeah.
But I actually played Super Dodgeball last year because my brother brought home his NES and he bought Super Dodgeball for me.
Nice.
And it's still fun. Like, it is still a lot of fun. And it's probably my favorite sports game of all time. And then another game, one of my favorite multiplayer games of all time. It's called General Chaos for the Genesis. You're just like an army. You're just army men, but you can be like a guy with a flamethrower, a guy with dynamite, guy with a machine gun, whatever. And every battle takes place on one battlefield.
I thought of another
it's
game
a
right
different
when you were
game.
talking about the guns.
Tell me.
Redneck Rampage.
God.
I like the
Do you
sound.
remember that game?
I don't think so. PC?
I never played it.
PC
PC game, but I'm pretty sure it was out on other consoles.
Okay.
Redneck Rampage. Oh my God, you had so many guns: pistol, shotgun, rotary saw gun,
Oh, Jesus.
which just like shot like spinning blades. That you had like a grenade gun. An alien gun. You had stick of dynamite gun. It was friggin' awesome.
Jesus.
It was just a friggin' awesome. Get off my land!
Ding, 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 ding.
Pretty much going
Nice.
around killing pigs and chickens and fucking aliens.
That's my life. That game's based on me.
Damn. I didn't know we were going to get into the biographical games. Damn. What are you playing right now?
Right, meow. I'm playing.
Great meow.
Right, meow.
I'm actually playing
Meow.
the Diablo III Reaper of Souls expansion.
I have
Right.
not
And-
played Diablo 3 yet, and I'm really pissed off that I haven't.
Well, you want me to give you a rundown?
Sure.
Like, were you a Diablo 2 fan or whatever?
Sort of, kind of, maybe, yeah.
Because I wasn't, because I wasn't really a PC gamer for quite a bit of my life, because I never had the money to get one. They released the expansion, and the expansion improves the game so dramatically that going back, if you would have played D3 when it first came out, like, I defended it, but it was very flawed. But now they've essentially fixed almost every issue they have. The only real big issue I have with Diablo 3 now is something they can't fix unless they drastically overhaul the entire game. Like the leveling system. Because in like action RPGs, shit like Diablo or Baldur's Gate, like the console Baldur's Gate, well, a lot of RPGs in general,
Right.
You know, you level up, you put points into strength, you have your skill trees, and you get whatever skill you want. Well, Diablo 3, they tried to switch that up a little bit. Like you level up, and they give you skills. You can't put any points into strength or anything.
Okay.
You get skills, and then you get runes that give your skills different abilities, and you kind of mix and match your skills. It's not ideal. It wasn't a good leveling system. And they can't fix that because they'd have to change the entire game.
Right.
But everything else that was wrong with Diablo 3 has been fixed with Reaper of Souls.
Nice.
And that's my word.
I was never a huge Diablo fan. Like, I heard everybody talk about, oh my god, Diablo 2, it's like the most addictive game of all time, and I've heard, and I'm cognizant of, like, apparently it's extremely addictive, but I know kind of the result of not having a computer that was good enough to play it. I never really took the opportunity to play D2, but I've heard mixed things about D3. But now you say this expansion is like apparently makes the game a whole hell of a lot better. We're pausing here because Nick's taking pictures.
I was wondering what he was doing.
Nick is documenting the event.
No, a shot of me.
Oh, Mama, no. Oh, jeez.
I don't want to do this anymore, boys. I'm going to throw out a little bit of a criticism that some Diablo fans would fucking hate me for.
Okay.
I know I'm so distracted by Nick. Look, we're trying to have super serious video game conversation here.
Nick's taking pictures of himself sucking off his microphone.
I've gone back and played Diablo 2, and it is definitely a great game, but it's not as good today. It's not as good today as the fanboys want you to believe.
Okay.
And this isn't the game's fault. It came out in like 2000 or something.
Exactly.
Like, shit has changed since then. Things that it innovated, no longer an innovation. So it's still got some old things to it.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's a bad game, and it's a product of its time, and it's revolutionary and innovative. But some of the gameplay mechanics are outdated.
It's just like, yeah, fair enough. That's
to be expected, though.
It happens. It happens because it's, yeah, like you said, it was a game that came out in 2000.
But to be fair, you can mod it. So
yeah, you
could fix these issues.
A question that I wanted to pose to you, Tyler, since you have your game blog and we're list oriented, we're ranking oriented because we're fucking critics. We review things. We're reviewers at heart. Basically, what I wanted to do is I wanted to hit you with a list.
What a sexy guy.
Yeah, I know. What is Nick's pictures are fantastic. I wanted to hit you with a list of games that won significant Game of the Year awards last year. So we're talking 2013.
Welcome back, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm wired back for sound, and I'm breaking shit.
Nick finally returns to
Drop
the
the mic.
podcast.
Bam.
So
Peanut butter and jam.
2013 games that won significant Game of the Year awards. The Last of Us won 17 significant Game of the Year awards last year.
That looks like such a good game, and I have not played it, but I watched all the gameplays.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's pretty fantastic.
I've played it.
Ellie was hot.
She's
right.
like 14.
Yeah, but she looked like Ellen Page.
That's true. She did.
Who broke all of
I
our
know.
hearts
Fuck.
by announcing that she's gay.
Yes, but hey, more power to her. Right?
And I still say she wants to go back in the closet. I'll be waiting for her.
Yeah, he said that when we first. He's like, "I'll be waiting for it." I'm like, "God damn it,
You
man."
say "God damn it," but it's a fucking metaphor, man. Meaning,
Deep.
meaning that if she wants to go back to men.
No, I understand what it means.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
You
Nick
don't
on the level that
understand.
you think
You don't
do.
understand me like I understand me, B.
I understand you, Nick. I want to wait there with Ella Page for you.
Yeah.
I just got told off. All right, so 2013 Game of the Year winners: Last of Us won 17, GTA 5 won 9, Zelda Link Between Worlds won 2. Somehow Call of Duty Black Ops 2 won a Game of the Year award.
Why?
Because people are sheep and they get Call of Duty. Oh,
Fucking
snap.
Dang.
Call of Duty is Call of Duty. It doesn't matter what fucking acronym that you put on the end of it.
It's true.
It doesn't matter what kind of, like, you could call it Call of Duty sex, and it's still Call of fucking Duty.
That would bring me back into the
That
series.
would. I'd play that. Super Mario 3D World won a Game of the Year award. The Stanley Parable won a Game of the Year award, and Gone Home.
Yeah, I never got to play Gone Home, but I
What is
really
Gone
wanted
Home?
to.
Yeah. And you said you didn't get to play the Stanley Parable.
No,
either.
I acquired both of those games, but
Through totally legal means
totally legal means.
and in exchange for money.
Yes,
I didn't.
I just never got to play them. Although maybe I'll go back and actually buy Gone Home.
Yeah,
Because
fair
Gone
enough.
Home I did want to play.
But what was your Game of the Year last year?
It came down to 3 or 4 games.
Right.
It came down.
Yeah, you had a hard time with it last year.
Yeah, it came down to The Last of Us, BioShock Infinite, and Animal Crossing. And I gave it to Animal Crossing New Leaf for the
did.
old 3DS.
Right.
Because there has not been a game in a long time that made me feel that bad about leaving it. I was like, my townspeople are waiting for me.
It's true. And you loved Animal Crossing so much that your picture on my blog and even your Facebook picture right now comes from Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's me
does it
talking
not?
to Peck,
Exactly.
who was my favorite. He told me that I have a great aura.
Exactly. It's like Peck's just like, I can feel it, the aura that surrounds you, Tyler.
Yeah, there's this thing where people are talking about how Animal Crossing really isn't even a game. It's like basically just crack. Because you play it and you're doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just running around getting fossils, talking to people, doing errands. But it's like the most positive game, and you know that you're playing with AI. You're not playing with real people, but yet, case in point, my girlfriend, she plays it, and she wanted one of the people that I had in my town. Right? So she was like, well, can you piss off the person so she'll leave the town, and then when she's leaving, tell me, and I'll come talk to her, and she'll come to my town or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, well, how do I piss her off? Do I just neglect her? She's like, yeah, but that might take a while. I'm like, well, what should I do? She's like, you should hit her. So I'm like, well, okay.
What if she likes it?
So I start hitting her, and I hit the character in the game.
Exactly.
And I feel bad. She's like, because you hit her a few times. She's like, "Well, what are you doing?" I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I did it. But I felt so much for these people to the point that I think Peck might have won Character of the Year for me.
Nice.
Like I had only played the first Animal Crossing for GameCube briefly, but then I decided it's time to get into Animal Crossing, and I played this one a shit ton. As good as The Last of Us and BioShock Infinite and some other games I can't remember are.
Right.
Like Super Mario 3D World was another one that was in the running. I had to give it to Animal Crossing.
There you go, hitting up dem controversial opinions, because it's like you said, most people are just like Animal Crossing, but you're in there. You're in there. You nailed it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would call it a game of the year.
Right.
I think it has fans. It was like the best selling 3DS. Like they pretty much changed their business model to be Animal Crossing focused for a while,
right?
Because it was so successful. But no one's given Animal Crossing the nod over The Last of Us. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Except me.